Hello, my people. Mm, Let me tell you, somehow, amazingly ill prepared. There we go. Hello, hello. This is not where I want to be. One moment. Just want to get to my way of looking at stuff. Anyways, hello, hi. Welcome in. Glad y'all can make it. Somehow ill prepared for a stream today, even though I didn't go driving like I was going to, but then um, I was assessing myself. The last two times I went driving, I developed a migraine, and then last night, I guess I dislocated a rib and I popped it back in. But that's okay because tomorrow I start my new job. I say it's okay, but I got like two more bills outside of like my car payment, which isn't due quite yet, um, that are due. But I got to work the rest of the week, so I got to figure out when I gotta how to pay those bills. It's not the first time I've dislocated a rib, fortunately or unfortunately. I don't know how to feel about it at this point. But I think it's just sore at this point. Yes, tomorrow's my first official and unofficial day. It's my first official day of work, indeed. Um, they finally got everything together, and so I have a orientation with my boss, and then I get to start setting up my computer because it's in a security thing, and I don't want to destroy that. So I'm very happy about that. Hello, hello, welcome in, Mile High. I'm not gonna say the rest of it. Anyway, let's get to play. Tell me how y'all are doing first of all. I'm very excited for my new job. A little bit anxious about it, but I think that's just excitement. But let's get back to it. Chapter 1, 2, 3. Okay, we still haven't finished off. Thank you so much. We still haven't finished with the final mystery, the final part of the story. Oh my goodness, I haven't looked at this since last week, so yes, and the way it feels, whether I view it negatively or positively, definitely makes a difference. So like, if I was negative about it, I'd be like, I'm anxious, or maybe anxiety is the base level, and then you apply a quality to it: positive, excitement; negative, scared. So I'm a little bit anxious, but also mostly excited. Okay, let's see if we can figure this out. After learning about the Harmony Foundation, Eugene Marmot believed he had been punished because the maybe rebuilt's not the word. The well, I can't see anything else that would actually change that. The it's a blue word, okay. Destroy, punish, rebuild. I think rebuilt is the best still. Have been set to take hatred. Oh yeah, we were on the take versus give. To take okay. So let's go look at that. What is this? I forgot about that. This was ooh. This. Okay. All right. So If you're coming in and watching this, you'll be like, I am so confused. And you have every right to be confused at this because we're starting in the middle or technically at the end of a major part of this puzzle. But I'll see if I can't explain this. So, the overall puzzle, actually, I can read the first story. So, with funding from the OPIC Corporation, Tessa Navari, or Bouffant Girl, Bouffant woman, she has big hair, or at least she used to, ran the Harmony Foundation, which is like a hippie colony or something like that. They used stolen parts to build an artifact, believing it could take hatred and then give empathy. And in doing so would help people reach enlightenment. However, it actually did nothing. Due to Tessa Navari's overspending, the Harmony Foundation building was repossessed. Riel Toussaint realized the artifact might work if it were rebuilt. Marie Westlake was in charge of its reconstruction but delayed testing. Despite this, Eugene Marmot activated the new device and was denied lab access. And this next part that we're working on is about Eugene Marmot and his role in this particular thing. And so what had happened was yeah, this is the one. So Oriel Toussaint is where we started at. Of course, we're gonna start where I left off. That makes sense. This is Oriel. He's the guy that talks about the actual artifact. He's like an anthropologist or something like that, historian at the very least. This is Eugene Marmot. He's dumb. He's dumb, and he actually got her job because she didn't want to test it just yet without funding. This guy's like, we could have had, we needed to test it to have funding, and he actually kind of sabotaged the whole machine. As you can see by the numerous fingerprints, there's a different view of this that has more fingerprints on it. Anyways, this is the symbol for take matter heat, or give matter heat, or reduce what they think is reduce hatred. But what it is I don't know how this, I guess take cold? Is it maybe this is, see, now we have to go look at another thing. We have to go look at oh my goodness, I can't control this. Okay, let's go back to the thing. Anyway, ever so often, I'm going to mute myself because I, again, kind of dumb and realized between what I was doing before I got ready for stream, I was like, oh, my blood sugar is a little bit low, so I need to eat something. And it's gotten so much later. I don't know how things went horribly wrong, but here we are. Anyways, this is the symbol for heat, or what they guessed was hate. This is increase and this is decrease. And so what we're trying to figure out is that they had, I will, thank you. I will, though. I just didn't even think about it till I stood up and I was like, oh, I feel weird. He thought he had been punished because the rebuilt artifact had been set to take hatred. However, it was actually set to, it was still set to reduce. I guess it's not increasing the heat. So why did it set him on fire? So then we'll say take heat. And then this one was give hatred. This was give heat. But it didn't do that, though. That's what's so confusing. I'm being yelled at. Okay, let's put this in here. Okay, I forget what was. we had something that was actually mostly correct, and then we only had one or two things incorrect, but then I couldn't. I don't know. Give empathy. But it's actually set to take heat. Or maybe, no, it was sent to give hatred. Rewarded him with a promotion. I think this is all correct right here. Why is this so hard? Okay, let's go look at the clues again, because outside of just this. None of this was connected, but this is important and these are important, as we all know. Okay, let's go look at the original of this. I got yelled at. Alright, let's take a look at what happened over here, because this is where the bird bath was actually frozen, or it had frozen water in it. This is give heat. This is increase heat. This is the sign for increase, because the only way I remember that is that if you have one more symbol on it, then it's increased. Hello, Des. Welcome in. I'm going to eat some toast, but I'm obviously going to mute myself because that's disgusting to listen to someone's mouth noises. Okay, so... Okay. I feel like we're close. This has the symbol of increase the heat. Increase matter heat. Maybe we're reading that as heat when it should be... What are our options instead of heat? It doesn't give us cold. So... it can't be anything outside that. Right, it would be decreases heat. So maybe we do have it fully backwards. That it was supposed to give hatred... give hatred, give heat, actually set to take heat, take hatred, is it really just those four things that are wrong? Which froze a bird bath? Which froze, yeah, a bird bath. Tried to... During a protest, Jack Nowak tried to set it to... I guess the question is, what does Jack think it is? So I think we need to go back to the room. Yeah, fiery passion. So heat. Okay, so he tried to set it to... Okay, up here. Okay. So he doesn't have any idea of what it's... Actually, he has pictures, though. But he doesn't have anything that suggests that he knows what that is. Does anyone? No. Let's go check the lockers, because this is not Jack's. This is Eugene's. No, this is Marie Westlake's. This is Jack's, so... He has organic chemistry, key mechanical theory. Needs both hands to use to complete circuit. High conductivity structural elements provide support. No effect on operation. Hmm. That's Eugene's, and this is uh, Oriel. Um, no testing awaiting board approval. Stay behind caution tape. Still don't know why the lab has been so cold lately. Dress warm. So I feel like that might be a clue. If it was cold because it was set to reduce the heat and it's just been constantly doing that. Yeah, the ice was the first thing. Then the fire was the second thing, or the last thing, I should say. Because this particular chapter was told backwards. It was set to cold, yes. This, if it were set like this, it was set to cold. But why is it lit up saying it's reduced? So, see, that's what makes me think it should be take, but maybe we're not using the right word. The deactivated artifact have been set to give. No, it's never. Yeah, increase and reduce was in the other one, yes. So we don't have. It's got to be rebuilt. Okay. Right, that's what I'm thinking too. So it was take heat and give heat. But then have been set to take and give hatred or empathy. So did they actually think that this was, but they said that that symbol was hatred for all. So since it was fiery, but maybe it should be changed to, so let's see. Take. Now let's try this as give, and this is take. And let's change these to empathy, because maybe we're misunderstanding. He thought it was set to give empathy so that they would love him in the lab, but instead it was give heat, started a fire. But the problem, here's a problem, is that here we see that it's the reduce symbol. Right. Contractor emotion studies. And that's also wrong. I feel like we somehow know enough, but also not enough at the same time. Okay, so we have the reduce symbols. Where do we? And that's where I think Oriel's thing comes from. I wish I could use escape to get to that little menu. hate was a reasonable guess. Poetically, this symbol linked to fiery passion. Curious to find out what this one might mean. Replenish or give, unless this is incorrect. I'm going to mute myself again while I marinate on this. Because he marks out, like before I do this, he marks out the replenish and eliminate, which maybe it doesn't mean, maybe it means the opposite. Though maybe he would have drawn an arrow that, swaps the two. What was the goal? I don't see, now don't know what the goal of having it set. Let's see. Repair your emotional divides, of course. There's a bird bath. How did it not affect the window? That's the real question. This is 5 days before the fire on him. He somehow came out okay. This was set to increase. Increase. Theoretically, the hatred. See, I don't know because it feels like it's opposite. Why would it be opposite? All right, I'm gonna mute myself. Yes, I am. I decided I was gonna blow through this toast real quick. Hello, Queen Jazz. I'm muted right now because I'm eating some toast. But welcome in. Hi. Glad you can make it. But I don't want to be eating on microphone, so I'm going to go back to being muted. We're still trying to figure out the end of last week's puzzle. It was delicious. It was very good toast. It's gone now. It's gone forever. So I feel like if it were only just two things that were incorrect, then it would have had the yellow warning thing saying that two or less things are incorrect, which means it's not just a matter of just these two things. But I thought maybe it was one of these words down here that, but this is definitely a discovery. I can't see it being just his credit. Was impressed by his credit and rewarded him with his stupid lab access back. Unless it's actually he was impressed by his testing, but I don't think that's it either. Hard to tell when I haven't put anything else in to fill this up. Okay, so this was maybe something in there needs to have the word swap, because why would they give us this word swap and us not use it? But I guess that's not entirely impossible. This was this is a set of all the words of great importance, but we didn't use all the names in this either. Swap is a red herring, for sure. Absolutely. Um, because we know that he was trying to increase something. He thought he was increasing the something. Like, this is definitely give, but what if hatred isn't a term that we need? I mean, they thought it was hatred. Maybe it was empathy. No. And plus, the note suggests that hatred was the right word that they were looking for in Oriel's stuff. But also, what's incorrect here? Um, Tim Spender was but he was only just the manager over Marie. Not, maybe not even that. I'm gonna put Nathan back on this. After learning about the Harmony Foundation, Eugene Marmot believed he had been punished because he was set on fire because the rebuilt artifact had been set to take hatred. However, it actually meant give heat, which started a fire. During a protest, Jack Novak tried to set. Is it really Jack? Maybe it was Eugene. Let's put Eugene in here. But he doesn't have access to the inner lab, so this is definitely just Jack doing his job. Tried to set it to give hatred, but actually set it to take heat. Where did they get the idea that it was hatred and empathy? I mean, I can see in this moment, this is what he was like, oh, that's what this is about. But at this point, he's just now learning about empathy from Penny. You can't steal enlightenment. Don't worry about it, man. Auntie's taking it back. You know, She tried to steal the bird bath. A block of ice. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, at this point, he had no idea it was set, but at this point, it is set to increase the cold or decrease the cold or heat because it was cold in there for days. And it's lit up because it's actually there. So maybe this is actually decrease or take the heat. Which means the other one is give. Well, the opposite would be, give. So Eugene has it to take the hatred, but it is actually set to give heat. I feel like those are as correct as they can be at this point. They thought it was give hatred, but it was take heat here, which is what froze the bird bath. Did he believe he was punished? Probably. Restored a fire. Okay, that makes sense. During the protest. During the... Maybe weekend is an option that I just never paid attention to. I think protest is still correct. Jack Novak tried to set it to give hatred. Let's work our way backwards. Okay, the procedure. This is when... So this is Tessa with her bouffant that has so much stuff running through it. I'm not sure there's not a bird straight up living in there. This was set to take heat or give heat. Let's see. Chaos order. Okay. Maybe this will change your mind. She was trying to give them. She was trying to give them empathy. She was trying to give them empathy. They think this is empathy. Or at least that's what she said. Which I assume that's what Penny was teaching him. That this was give empathy. So they wouldn't take the building. Okay. Maybe we need to swap out hatred with empathy. You think it's take hate? Okay. We're back on hate. This is fun. Okay, I'll check in the room with the guards. I'm going to put that back in there. Alright. Away with ye. Room with the guards. Okay, so this is the removal of something, and this is the filling of something. Or take, give. They didn't use the same terminology, which is so frustrating. And so she was trying to give empathy, is what they thought that was. Let's see. I mean, the only way we know that this. So I'm basing the word hatred or the use of hatred. Ow, ow, that hurt. For the symbol. Oh, that hurt so much. Holy cow. Um, on Oriel's thing. Yeah, fiery passion. So the fiery passion, and then he was like, I can see how they got hatred out of this. And so now I'm just like, and they think it's take and give, which again, so, and also the fact that we did this. So this is what they thought was empathy. This was hatred. This is replenish. And this is eliminate. I assume this is what she taught anyone, which is why I kept getting hatred for this. I was like, this is. I assume that's what she taught the hippies outside the building, right? You would assume that, right? So eliminate, replenish versus take and give. You know what? Come back here. Symbols. Okay, so even though we can't see it right there. So you think that if we have this symbol, and she couldn't figure out the line circle, line one, which we already know is matter in this case, or element. Um, so she thought it was eliminate hate. But she didn't have the matter one chosen. Right? Window management is so real. Just like, oh, I don't have enough space. That's not. Maybe I should put it over here. Actually. Okay. You know that'll do right here. That'll do. Because we know empathy as a symbol was never used with any of the tests that people ran, or in this case, what she was trying to do. So take, give, got that. Cool. She, on her attempt here, well, what does this say? This is the level of hatred versus empathy. She is doing really well on empathy. They were getting their first enlightenometer. When this is higher, or you reach 100, then you're at full enlightenment, which cracks me up. Okay, so then, in that case, without choosing this option, nothing's going to happen. Nothing was going to happen with the statue anyway. Right there, E-meter cracks me up. But we know that she was trying to take their hatred. But without clicking this button or any of this being connected, nothing was going to happen. But even less so because she didn't have this button clicked. So she was trying to take their hatred. Yeah, not actually working. It was cute. It was cute. Um which I also think she's an independent consultant. Okay, so, and I say that because there's a hierarchy here. We'll come back to that because that's the rest of the puzzle. We got to solve this one. This is the one that stumped us for, at this point, 2 weeks. I thought about that too. I thought maybe she's the person here, independent consultant. I don't know who that would be. It was this guy who wrote stuff. We know this is correct. These are the three. unless they need a switch. Contractor emotion studies. He's a guy. And then there's nothing else need to fill out here. But I thought maybe he was the history consultant. Get out of here. Obviously, that's not correct. These two people will not be here. But that he's not an option, unfortunately. Unless this is the board president. Oh, see, like let's rest our brains on this particular one because my brain is no longer capable of figuring out this again already. This is not great for the rest of the stream, but also maybe I just need to eat. So let's go look at this one because I think this actually tells everyone where we are. We're on fire is what's happening. Okay, so he's either a lab assistant. I can't stand this guy so much. This wasn't supposed to. So let's look at this real quick too. They think this is taking hatred once again. We have this as take hatred. However, it is give heat, which started a fire. Maybe it needs to not be so much about. I mean, they say hatred, but what if this is supposed to be empathy? That didn't help. Okay, anyway, give hatred, but actually it's set to take heat, which froze a bird bath. Anyways. So we know this is. I mean, I guess we can't get any closer. But we know that she is the head, and that's why she got in trouble over here. Manager and board president inspection on the 18th. Oriel looking into precise origins of part. Jack to clean glassware. Lab staff reduced to 1. He is staff. Okay. He's assistant, but he's the engineer. Oriel is the history consultant. No, well, I mean, there's the names of who everyone is. Oh, there's all the fingerprints. I was looking for this one. So we know that Spender tried to sabotage the machine or tried to, make it do the thing, but the only one who actually completed the circuit was guy who was set on fire. And because, of course, he's standing there in front of the crystal, of course he gets set on fire. So that's fine. That's fun. So he had to press this and press this. Fascinating. Okay. I was wondering how these were set. I was like, does it have to be pressed or is it just location? But we know from the other one that if you wanted to do the other symbol, I guess it needed to be pressed. So I don't think we have that person's name. No, we only have these 6 people's names. Because the guy from the other institute, he's not on here. Or they're not on here. Or the Reason Institute. Okay. Let's do that real quick. Nope, that's not It's not the one, me. It's not the one. Am I shocked that it's taking us this long to solve this particular puzzle? Minorly. Minorly shocked. Okay, so not that one, but this one. She had this. Okay. Jim Horny. Okay, so this is Jim, but that's not a name. That's not a. Let's take a look. Jim is nowhere in this list. Oh, sorry, wrong thing. Um, yeah, no, none of these people are Jim. Okay, it's a blue pin. Okay, so like that wasn't even a name we could steal out of this whole thing. So Jim Horneye. This is June 13th. This is June 13th. You know what? Actually, we don't know what today's date is. I don't think we ever got that. The hierarchy is, yeah, based on July 12th. This is before the 13th, before the first test with, and he's already been kicked out of the lab at that point. So maybe she is over here and the independent consultant is not that. Or maybe it's swapped. Nope. Who's the independent consultant? Do we have everything? And this guy is the one that tased this guy. So he has no bearing in this hierarchy of anything. He's just a guy, unless he's the independent consultant because he is just a guy. Oh, okay. Okay, no, this is correct. This, no, because we already did it. Just come back here. So maybe we have these two opposite? Nope, that is correct. What is wrong here? No, I'm about 100% sure on these guys. But maybe. No. Nope, that's what I thought. New guys with. Swap new guys with existing guys. It'll change one at a time rather than two at a time. Yes. Okay. Well, that's what I started doing too. Um, so it's definitely these are correct. He's correct. She's correct. She's correct here. I mean, the security guy is only in this one, so he wasn't even in the lab outside of. I don't know, outside of something. Um, oh, she's there. Okay. Come on, poor mouse same. So this one didn't change at all. What does it mean when it doesn't change? I don't know why this is hard for me to grasp too. I've asked this before. That's definitely wrong. Why is this one giving two or fewer? Oh, this is on July 12th versus June 18th. I'm an idiot. I should have realized this was the next month. Okay. Cool. Okay. So then let's go back here. Maybe. But this says him with a promotion. Okay. I thought maybe this is about demoting Marie Westlake. Nikasai. Yep. Nikasai is correct. Nice. Just a sound. That's what that word is. Anyways, I thought this could have been about was disappointed by Marie Westlake's testing and and punished her with demotion, but he was impressed by Eugene's discovery and rewarded him with promotion. Why is this so hard? Instead of, well, I mean, they think it's hatred. So what if it's not take hatred as the incorrect? It's that they give heat or maybe chaos? Give mass? Hey, don't do that. But I don't think that's not dealing with the temperature. It's definitely heat, and it's not like we got the opposite of heat. You know, cold, I guess it's the opposite of heat. I just want to move forward with this. I mean, he may have. He may have. Okay, so let's think about this. After learning about the Harmony Foundation, Eugene was converted into a harmonist, and he believed he had been punished because the rebuilt artifact had been set to take hatred. He really thought it was take hatred. This game, like, I felt relatively smart until this particular puzzle, and then I'm feeling real dumb. This is now 2 hours in the making of me trying to figure this stupid thing out, and I still haven't. And I'm frustrated, and I feel like it's correct, and I don't know what's wrong. And at one point, we were closer, and then we couldn't figure it out what was incorrect. And I don't remember what that solution was either to bring us closer, and so we're now just fully incorrect. We did get the hierarchy puzzle. Sometimes it just means you got to look at the details just a little bit more, like that July 12th versus the June 18th events. You can watch it on my YouTube channel, though. The replay. the replay is just on my channel. You can go into my videos, but also I really need to just upload my VODs onto YouTube. I send them over every after every stream. I'm like, all right, export to YouTube, and then I proceed to not do anything with them. Um, but I think now that I'm gonna finally starting work and stuff like that, I'll be able to, actually focus on anything else other than work or trying to work. Okay, so I'll get those up. Okay, let's try to review everything we know. According to the takeover from OPIG, the Harmony Foundation, this is what we say is the decrease, and then this is the increase or give. Increase, give, replenish. Has the dot because there's more of it. Which her face? I can't believe it. We were so close. Yeah, this is April 13th, by the way. This is April 13th, and then OPIG set up the lab and has been in there for a hot minute. The elimination process is about to start. What? What does her face say? No, Harmony. Oh, Harmony Lady. She's desperate. She looks more desperate here than she does over here. This is the hatred, as we already know, according to her, the key. Where's the key? My brain's just. Okay, she has the key with the symbols. Where did we see that? Oh, you're right. It's right here. Eliminate, replenish, hatred, empathy. According to this person, what do these symbols mean? Hear me out. Hear me out. Let's look at that. Let's look at that again. They said she says hatred. But fiery passion can also be chaos. I see. I don't know because we don't know what's in his dumb brain. Let's go look at the protest movement because that's where we theoretically would meet him first in all things in this whole story. God, he's so ugly. Anyways, it's not your fault, Mr. Marmot. The OPIG people don't understand what Enlightenment device does. Here, take some literature. Do we get to see this literature, like inside the literature? Enter a true state of harmony, repair your emotional divides. Okay. Maybe, I don't think we actually see what's inside that pamphlet. Does someone have that on them? None of these people are clickable. No hate. This shows no hate. All about empathy. So they've been taught that this is hatred. They've been taught that this is hatred, which means that's what she's taught him. Correct? Would you agree with that sentiment? Okay. They're like enlightenment. Enlightenment's everything. They have no idea what these symbols mean, which is crazy. Um, but we don't know what he thinks this is either, though. See, this is June 13th. Jeez. Okay. So then we look at this. This would mean this is to increase the hatred. Correct. This is what you would think this is, increase the hatred or give hatred or yeah, they don't even talk about that. We have to figure out the path of all the stupidity that just happened. So yeah, this is replenish. No, replenish is not on there. Give and take. Punished, rewarded. I'm looking for the opposites here. Work, swap, avoid, impressed, disappointed. Started, but there's no end or anything like that. Destroyed, rebuilt. But you don't rebuild heat. You don't do that. So that's where I'm struggling at with this. And maybe it's not so much hatred. Maybe it's not. Maybe this part's correct, and it's the give heat or give chaos versus take chaos. No, that's not it. I was hoping. Um, Maybe it's life. Just kidding. Take heat. I feel like we should say during a work day, but that's not an option. During a protest, during anything about okay, the rebuilt artifact, the broken artifact? No, because it's not a blue word. Destroyed? Okay. Rebuilt is it because that's the only way it was going to be working in any form or fashion. Um, okay, so we know. Okay, before we continue on that thought, let's switch to the where we started with this story, which is the last event. So then we have I don't know why we need to know there was cheesy corn chips there. I'm still very fundamentally. This is the leftovers from the Harmony Foundation. Okay. Um. This is Eugene's. This is also June, still again. How to make friends, keep them, and use them. He's a terrible person. We already knew this, though. We don't get any more information out of this book, which frustrating. I thought maybe the shapes of this would be helpful, but it really doesn't help. And what a weird yin yang kind of symbol. I guess they needed to make it a little bit different. Still don't know why the lab has been so cold lately. So this is really set to take heat. Well, it was. In fact, June 13th, it was set to. What? June 13th, it had the other symbol done, which would mean replenish heat, but that's not what it was. It would have been toasty in there. What do we. Okay, so then, like, I just. Device function unknown danger, metals, high reactivity and conductivity. Fully reconstructed. His access card was broken or revoked. I wish I could do follow up testing, but I can only record my observations from a distance. Are we sure this isn't still Eugene? But at this point, his lab access has been revoked. He has the instant camera. I thought about it. I was like, it shouldn't be him because he has his access revoked, but I could be horribly wrong too. I don't think it's Tim who did it because Tim wasn't there. It was definitely Jack who was in the lab. And that's why Eugene was outside. Um, what if it's swap? No, it's definitely give and take. One moment. I'm gonna see if I can find like literally anything. What I have an email. Oh, that's why. Of the Golden Idol, Chapter 3. But I don't want to just be told it. Okay. Nathan Hoyle. That's his name. He's the director. Because we already tested if it was Tim Spender. That didn't really work either. Plus, he's the board president. He was the one who was like, let's talk money. Which, such a thing to say. Okay. Let's rethink this. I'm going to remove these and quit trying to inform my mind about this. We know that something happened there. Okay, so what we see was that it was give and take, but maybe okay. Okay. So either way, I think we can't do anything about the word heat. So heat goes in here. We are correct with the heat, I believe. So then And we're back on hatred. I think hatred's correct. Tried to set it to take hatred, but gave heat, which started a fire. Obviously, we wanted to give hatred, but what we did was take the heat, which froze. Okay. All right, let me see. Let me see something. Punished. Give hatred. No. Nope, this is still take. I think this may be bugged. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I have a thing here. I pulled up a website that does have the answer, but I was like, this is not the same thing that we have. Because they're saying in paragraph 1 that it says the Harmony Foundation, Eugene Marmot, was believed to punish because of the rebuilt artifact had been set to give hatred. Oh, we aren't dumb. We're not dumb per se, but we have our events a little bit mixed up. Ugh. Oh no. Okay, sorry, my microphone started to do something weird. I see what we did wrong, which also makes sense about this whole thing. This is the story of what has happened. Oops. But for some reason, I thought, okay, cool. Harmony Foundation. So we're talking about the events now, but no, this actually can be set up as give, hatred. However, it was set to take heat, which froze a bird bath. This can be read as the other way. During a board inspection, Eugene Marmot tried to set it to truly. I was like, how is this so hard? Take hatred, and then we got give heat, which started a fire. Which, cool. It could be read both ways, but in the right order, it makes it correct. Board inspection should be 2 words. Is all I'm going to throw out there. That shouldn't be one thing. Make it 2 words. Bird bath is fine being 1. Board inspection. You're welcome. I'm glad I could provide. I'm glad I could provide a little bit of progress here. Thank you, old website. I'm going to close you now because I don't like that. But I was just like, why is this not clicking? Oh, she cut her hair. Her bouffant is gone. All right. And that's what we'll be doing with the idol next. Golden idol. That's going to cause all sorts of legal problems. I know, it was a wig anyway, but her hair is far shorter than I anticipated. It's totally unscientific. Where's our control group? Sounds good to me. I'm sure the universe will guide us. Excellent. Full steam ahead. That was not in. Anyone was. We got our lawful people, and we have our chaotic slash evil people. Our, mm-hmm. The Trials. Chapter 3, Chapter 4. All right, we're moving on. Welcome to the penultimate part, Chapter 4, The Trials, in which mind-bending discoveries are made. Penultimate, The Trials. All right. Feathered Frenzy. Trials. Exactly. A deadly attack at the aviary. Is it dead? No one's dead. I was about to say no one's dead, but this dude's definitely on the floor, bleeding. He doesn't look that wounded, but can we go anywhere else? This is our only space we're working. Oh no, that's a lie. Then we have this place. Cool. Oh, okay. Now we're back out here. Truly gave hate. Okay, let's start with what is she saying? Declan, what did you do? Aviary. For some reason, cocaine. They were doing some animal testing. Alright. Rot. I'm sorry, Rot. A bird. They need to give that to us as a clue. By the way, it's a bird. In case you didn't know, it's a bird. Congrats to us. We got to increase to something to what they think is empathy, but very fascinating. That looks like a Adidas symbol who went on too long. Yes, indeed, that is indeed a bird. All right, let's look at this guy. Also a bird. Hey, guess what? It's a bird. Yeah, the bird machine. Yeah. All right, let's look at the window. Incubator. Looks like one was hatched. It's a dead bird. The bird is dead. Aw. She has the key to the aviary and the incubator. Why? He promised to take care of you. This is what I like to think. Truly some Hitchcock vibes here. It's kind of upsetting. The incubator bulb is on and the bulb is hot to the touch. Might be too hot. Warning, overexposure to heat from the incubator could prove fatal. Always remember to check on the eggs after putting them inside. Overheated. Always got to be aware. Also, it is 1:40, 12:40. It's 12:40. I assume in the afternoon. These birds are like, this is my bracelet now. Let's see. What are these? Heron. Bright plumage and feeds on live prey. Has teeth. Grouse. Bird is endangered. Predator status. Hides its eggs in. So this is a heron. A heron. I feel like we've seen this symbol. You're right, in the bird in the first game. All right, so we'll probably end up coming back to that 18,000 times. Red-breasted heron is known for its aggressive nature, extremely sharp teeth. I like that bird have teeth. The masked, this bug-eyed, yellow-footed, despite its extremely territorial bushes. I feel like these are a puzzle that need to be put together because we're not getting the end of the sentence necessarily. This bug-eyed, yellow-footed, despite it looks like it is might be torn from some sort of booklet. Lori, a method of intimidation and prey, is piercing cries. Words it has recently heard is as speaking will cause birds to scream. Maybe that's what the bird up here that was repeating, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Yeah, the book is split. Harold. So, how do we put this together? Morag aviaries, being a bird keeper is hard. You will have no feathered friends. The bleary-eyed, this excitable bird is curious. The flower piercer toward bright colors, avoid their guide to birds. Work if you follow this guide. Trouble taking care of our... Okay, so I think this page goes with this page. Being a bird keeper is hard. Work. But if you follow this guide, you will have no trouble taking care of our feathered friends. The bleary-eyed flower piercer is... Okay. This excitable bird is known for its curious nature. The flower piercer may react aggressively toward bright colors. Avoid bringing anything neon inside their habitat to prevent agitation. So this must be that guy. These birds don't like the bright colors. That's why it stole the bracelet. Got it. Okay, we don't have enough for that, but we have these. Oh, look, we can say what these are. This is the bleary-eyed flower piercer. Okay. This is going well already. This is something Lori, something Harold. Used. Oh, apparently I didn't click this one at all. Okay. Uses its colored feathers as a method of intimidation against predators and prey. Its piercing cries often mimic the sounds and words it has recently heard. Silence is advised, as speaking will cause these birds to scream. So the one that was saying, I didn't know, versus I'm sorry, that's what these are. So that's the death rattle Glory. What a terrifying name, by the way. Just want to throw that out there. That's terrifying. Death rattle Lori. Oh my gosh. What even are birds? All right. Something. Okay, so that means the other part of this is this herald. The Nithalix herald. These terrifying creatures. That's not how you start off a pamphlet about a bird that we're here to see. What? All right. Nithalix herald. Let's go ahead and throw that. Well, we don't know what it looks like. These terrifying creatures were discovered in the jungle where they scavenge for bones. Silence is required, as loud noises will set off these creatures, provoking attack and triggering their self-defense mechanism. It's gotta be these. This looks like the Potu. Or that other one that when it makes it sounds like some 18-year-old can going mom because she turned off the Wi-Fi. Mom. That's what it sounds like apparently. Someone described it as that and it makes me happy. Okay, so this was the Nithalix. These birds aren't even on this list. Oh, because I just now discovered it. Hi. Didn't realize I hadn't. Oh, also, we didn't finish looking at any of this. Okay. So this bird hides its eggs in the bush. Incubator, aviary, trial volunteer form. How'd you get... Oh, the man is breathing and his neck is bleeding? Oh, he bled out. That's unfortunate. Things went horribly wrong for you, sir. Okay, so we'll get back to that. But we have Nithalix. I think this is Declan. Okay, I need to remember I can do that. Harold, yes. Alright, so apparently Bro stepped on an egg, killed it. Didn't even look for it. It could have been fertilized for all we know. Anyways, let's continue on. Alright, that's right page. This is left page. The red-breasted heron. This bright heron. This heron is known for its bright plumage and, for some reason, its aggressive nature and sharp teeth. Feeds on live prey. Has sharp teeth. Okay, cool. This is the masked grouse. Grouse. Okay. Okay, I think we got all the birds in there. I just got to figure out people's names. Extremely territorial, hides its babies in the thing. Hides its babies in bushes. Yes, extremely territorial. Okay, let's read it. This bug-eyed, yellow-footed bird is endangered. Yes. Despite its predator status, extremely territorial, hides its eggs in bushes. Extremely sharp teeth. Okay. Do we have all the triggers? Because this guy doesn't even seem to be bothered by the fact that he stepped on an egg. These were its eggs. You can tell by when you go to look in here, this is to discover at the bush. This is related to this thing. And it doesn't seem to be bothered by that. So it's not triggered for some reason. But all these, I assume, well, she's yelling. This is definitely okay. Thank you. I hope I can figure this out relatively quickly. I want to spend a whole other, multiple hours on one puzzle. Definitely going to need to put a band-aid on my fingernail. Anyway. Okay. The triggers. Bush. Oh, okay. This one. This one. Well, that felt easy. Okay. These guys were set off by this. This was set off by this guy because of that big bird. I'm assuming the red-breasted heron. These guys got up unarmed because of the neon bracelet. How dare you? And then this one theoretically will be triggered, but it doesn't even seem all that upset. Okay. Let's continue finding our clues because we actually haven't found all of them yet. But we have all these out here. We've identified the birds. We know what caused them to be crazy. She's very sad. We're still missing so many things. Oh, because we have a whole other room. Hi. More. Stolen. What was stolen? To the one who stole my heart. Oh, that's so sweet. Appointment at 12:30, August 30th. Welcome to Morag Aviary New Employee Guide. That might be Declan. The travel guide. Palmer Stepped Training. Steps for training new employees. Okay. Let's take a look. Marcy. Okay, Lori. At 1 p.m., the flower piercer was going to get fed. The hatchlings. Marcy was on the list, but she's got scratched out. And then Declan. And Declan was supposed to also feed the grouse at 1 p.m. And Crystal was going to do the herald. But there's only 3 names. That's Marcy, Declan, and Crystal. We know Declan is the one who stepped on a hatchling. How dare he? He also left that lamp on too hot and killed that one bird. Okay. But someone has an appointment at 12:30. Declan has an appointment at 12:30 on August 30th. All right, let's take a look at this. New employee starts safety and handling training. Declan lunch break 12 to 1:15. Declan Astor is his name. Astor. Okay. And then we have, this is more, this is, so Marcy Moore, I guess. And I say I guess because she's the other one who's here to take care of something. And then this is Crystal Palmer. Could be wrong. Okay. Oh, that's not correct at all. Marcy Moore, Crystal Palmer. Maybe it's actually... No, I'm correct on that. Ooh, what do we have wrong? Okay, so we have Marcy and Declan. So right now, there's about to be a shift change because it is... What time did it say? Anyways, let's see. Lori, black sunflower seeds, flower piercer, corn grouse. Oh, this tells who is feeding who and when. Okay. White bone meal herald. Okay. Okay. Let's also read this. Thanks again for running the incubation station for me, Declan. See ya after lunch. After your lunch. Okay. We have all the information we need. Trial volunteer form at OPIG. Okay, that's the OPIG thing. He's carrying a whitish substance. She's carrying, oh, his is off white, hers is super white. And she has black sunflower seeds or black something. So I guess this is yellow. So he was going to feed the grouse. Declan was feeding the grouse. This is White Bow Mills. She was going to feed the Herald. So this is... Oh, I have their names mixed up. Marcy and Crystal. This is Crystal. This is Marcy. Got it. Okay. We got symbols. We don't have anything there. Okay. We have no... I don't know what the transfers things is, but okay. At the aviary, Blank... cried when she discovered that a hatchling had died overheated in the incubation. So the one that's crying is Marcy. Marcy Palmer. Cried when she discovered that a hatchling overheated in the incubation station. Meanwhile, Declan Astor entered the aviary where his bracelet was stolen by the bleary-eyed flower piercer. Following the encounter, Declan went to feed, and Blank stepped on the eggs hidden in the bush. He was supposed to be feeding, he had the yellow one, so he was supposed to be feeding the grouse. The masked grouse. Grouse. Feed. Declan. Also, I want to get the names all together where, they make sense. Red-breasted heron. That's Marcy, Crystal, Nithalix, Harold. The Death Rattle Morag. And then we have Marcy Palmer. We have Crystal Moore. Ooh, no we don't. We have Nithalix Harold. I don't think the Morag was actually used, now that I think about it. And the Death Rattle Lori was actually what it was. Okay. There we go. Back to it. Events. Alright. In retaliation the Death Rattle Lori Death Rattle Lori. What? No. Let's see. The triggers. Okay. The Death Rattle Lori attacked him. Okay, I wasn't incorrect. Death Rattle Lori attacked Declan, killing him. His last screams were mimicked by ooh. Let's close out of that real quick and let's go back up. Who was mimicking? The Death Rattle Loris. Okay. By the Death Rattle Lori, which triggered, or agitated the Nithalix Herald. Triggered or agitated? Triggered's not a word, so agitated. Which then agitated it's got to be the Heron. It's got to be the Heron. Okay, let's see. Okay. In retaliation, I think this is actually. Oh no. Nothing triggered the Heron. Bleary-eyed flower piercer stole his bracelet. Following the encounter, he went to feed the masked grouse and stepped on the eggs hidden in the bush. In retaliation, the red-breasted heron attacked Declan, killing him. His last screams were mimicked by the Death Rattle Lori. No. The Death Rattle Lori attacked him because that's what. No. That's okay. This is showing that his screams had triggered them to be up in arms. This triggered those guys to be loud. Their screams and mimicking got these guys on. But these guys had already taken the bracelet. In retaliation, The red-breasted heron attacked Declan. His last screams were mimicked by the death, which agitated Nithalic's herald. They stole the bracelet. His last screams were mimicked by the death rattle Loy, which agitated Nithalic's herald, which then Nithalic's herald. Which one is that again? Oh, which then attacked. Crystal Moore. Okay, so we're not completely correct on this yet. Not yet. Okay. Who? I don't think the red-breasted heron actually killed him. I think it's the guy that's standing off to the side that's already been, wronged. So let's go with the masked grouse. Attack Declan, killing him. Which is, what a horribly angry bird. Because he stepped on their eggs, so of course. Fantastic. After volunteering in a trial during his lunch break, Declan Astor, a new employee at Morag Aviary, forgot to take the hatchling out of the incubator. Then, while attempting to feed the masked grouse, he stepped on its nest. The grouse killed Declan, indirectly agitating all the other birds. Oh, we're going back in because we haven't solved everything yet. Oh, these are the things. There's things that we can't solve yet. We only got part of everything. Ah, we're merely uncovering it. This is fantastic. Cool. All right, let us go back out to the trials. All right, research engineer. Subject 37 did. Excuse me. Subject 37 did not arrive for his follow-up appointment. Project lead, another scumbag took the money and ran. Research engineer, that's possible. Either way, we'll need to throw out his research data. But what do we do with the data disk? Recorded call. I'm assuming subject 37 is Declan, and that's only because he's dead. Somehow that bird killed him. I don't know what it did, but it killed him. Okay. So now we're on to whatever this is. We're going to start this one. We'll definitely not finish it. Or we'll just look around, collect stuff, see if we can make sense of some of it. And then we'll do that for like a few minutes, and then I'll end stream. All right. Backstage drama. Is this our only scene? And it looks like it is. I'm looking for the arrow that takes us elsewhere, but there's none from what I can see. So theoretically, this should be fast. It looks like some sort of magic show has lost its mind, and for some reason, Stardust. Okay, it looks like there was a bunch of acts. So like you have this guy that has a puppet on his hand. You can only assume he's a ventriloquist, and you have a guy with a top hat, definitely has, and that's his rabbit running away, and that's probably his table, and this might be like the rabbit goes in the cage, but the problem is that the rabbit got away, and because of that, this guy's trumpet is over here. He has a tattoo on his chest. I don't know what this guy is. He might be a dancer. In fact, they might be dancers together, like they're ballroom dancers or something. Um, this guy is just dressed like his like 1920s or something. I don't know. And this guy's hiding. I don't know what's going on. He seems like I don't want to be part of that. There's some sort of marquee too, some signs. Um, does this look like any of the people we have over here? Not particularly. We also have a record player, camera guy who seems to not be paying any attention to it. Oh, excuse me. Why does this camera look weird? This looks like we're setting people up for more weird tests. Um, yeah, I think this is a variety hour. Okay, I didn't even read the sign because there's so much happening. But this is fine. This is interesting. We have someone who's about to punch this guy. I don't know why she's doing that, but sometimes someone just needs to be punched. Um, he looks like he's a breakout. He's about to break out into like some Motown song. Kind of cracks me up. Anyways, I think that's sort of a good place to stop. Where we have something to look forward to next week. I will be streaming next week. I don't have any plans for Christmas, and which I'm very okay with. But thank y'all for coming to my stream tonight. Sorry about that weird noise. That was just my throat. Anyways, um, I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your Monday and a good rest of your week. Right, death rattle. Yes, so many times. Absolutely. But yeah, I hope you have a great rest of your Monday, great rest of your week. And I'll catch y'all next Monday for some more stream if you're available. Would love to, not just be talking to myself. And also, y'all don't want to miss the story. It's coming together. I shall enjoy my work week. It's going to be tough because, got a couple of bills but couldn't drive today, but it's okay. Thank you. I'm so excited. I appreciate it. All right. Y'all have a good rest. Have a good week. Goodbye. And thank you. We'll go out to the front page because it has better music. There we go. Bye. Bye bye now. Bye bye. Mwah, mwah.